Oh, my wonderful grandchild. Let's talk about something that's easy to do and very hard to do at the same time, and that's patience. Do you have patience? And if you don't have patience, are you willing to develop patience? Because patience is really something that separates non-achievers and underachievers from the people who are successful in their life. Now, the important thing for you to realize is that you're very lucky. Why? Because you have a goal which is going to provide you and your family with everything you want and your ability to spoil those you love. I mean, come on, it's getting those 4 condos, and that may take 15 or 20 years. I mean, you can really get into this and maybe make it 10, but it's going to be a while. And it's going to take your patience. And you're going to find roadblocks along the way. They're going to try to stop you, and people are going to try to stop you, and people are going to try to discourage you. And you've got to have the courage of your convictions. You've got to have the visualization of what your future is going to be like if you stick through this with your patience. Now, where does patience begin? Well, patience begins, you're in traffic, you got to get somewhere, and oh my God, what is this traffic? There's usually not this kind of traffic on a Tuesday morning. Whatever. You're in the line at Starbucks, and, there's some idiot up at the, can I have the Frappuccino with the double squirt and the thing? And, and you're like, oh my God. All right. I mean, all of these things take patience. What is that? That's got to be you in the moment. I'm not saying this is easy to do. It's certainly not easy for me to do. But, you got to be able to take a deep breath and say, listen, is it permanent? Is it personal? The other people in those cars around you on the highway, they don't give a damn about you. They don't know who the hell you are, The barista who is listening to this person who's making this, unrealistic 30 command drink, okay, is not trying to get you. They're just trying to do their job and get through the day, all right? So, you have to have patience. The way that you get this long-term patience, okay, to be able to, well, you might have a kid and, the kids are like, oh my God, they're getting to me. They're throwing everything around. I mean, you got to have patience. If you're in any kind of a long-term relationship, come on, everyone knows that sometimes you got to be able to take the deep breath and you got to have patience. But, this really does separate people from who have happiness, calmness in their life, and people who are frustrated all the time. I'm not pulling my hair out. I haven't got enough hair to pull out, but you get the point. I mean, are you going to be a person who can wait, who can delay gratification long enough to get the big prize? This is a huge prize. I mean, being financially independent. I don't care, I don't care if you're the immigrant is coming across the border, figure out how you can stay here legal and start working your ass off, They can do that. You can be a Yale graduate. Okay, God bless you. Wonderful education. It's still the same objective. You're still going to end up in the same place. Okay? You're still going to have beach houses next to each other. I mean, come on, you can do this. But what does it take? It's going to take patience, because you're going to have self-doubt along the way. Why? Because almost everybody and 90%, they would never do this. They don't have the patience. I mean, something's going to go wrong. I mean, they might even get partial way. I mean, I buy that second condo, and then I buy that second condo, and I find out, I have to replace the water heater, and I got to do that. You have these unexpected expenses. You can say, shit, screw this. I have $3,000 or $4,000 saved. I've worked hard. I need a vacation, And you go and you blow it, and then you're back to square one. So, what's that? Well, that's not having patience. So, you got to be the person who gets up every day, enjoys the day, takes a deep breath. I'm glad I'm alive. The sun's out, look up at the sun. If it's raining, say that feels good on your skin. I mean, you be that kind of a positive person, okay? You get into a situation where it's very easy to lose your temper, and you don't. But these little victories, as we say, when you're writing down things and it's something hard to do, I mean, patience is hard for almost everybody to do. And if you look at the end of the day and you say, I was patient. I mean, I could have gone off and, I was patient. I was patient waiting in that line at the supermarket, okay? I mean, I was patient with this colleague that I'm working on this project with who didn't turn in their half of the project, and now we're both going to be screwed. Yeah, I know. It's not easy to be patient, but patience is, what do they say? Patience is a virtue. It's so hard to do that you are a virtuous person when you have the self-discipline to be patient. Begins with those small things, but it really has to do with the big things in life, okay? And that is, you have a goal, a focused goal. You're going to work towards it. It's going to be hard. When I'm saying these little, you're going to have these all the time, over and over again, but that's what's making you strong. And if you look at it as individual victories every time you do this, okay, I wanted to jump over that counter and smash that woman, get that barista. Yeah, that's your impulse. But instead you take a deep breath, and you enjoy the day. I know, easier said than done, but the rewards of patience and self-discipline are off the charts. That's what's going to make you the tough, thoughtful, spiritual person of action you are, who's going to have everything you want in your life for yourself and your family. Purpose, passion, peace, and prosperity will be yours. Oh my God, this is going to be great. But you got to be patient.